glad I joined.
Happy Thursday, traders. Welcome to episode 930 of the show. Second show of the day, where we had another opening bell stream this morning. And this morning, the stream extended on far longer than I thought because the price action was going nuts, man. You can see the wick. You definitely can't see the candle anymore. 72.92 highest high, and that was it. You know, it was so funny. It was so funny the way the 4-hour candle closed here, where we've had this 68.20, 68.19 area looking left. That's how we plotted it. You know, we never had a candle close confirmation breakout on March 27th. We never had one today. And we were watching it intently, and it was like, nope. It was right at it. But then that's when the pump started immediately afterwards. And it's like, really, man? You didn't even actually break out with confirmation yet. And little did we know, while the pump was going on, how the candle was going to close. Ended up just being a huge scam wick. You know, that's the title of the stream. And how in the world does it at one point hit 7,300 really, and then it pulls back, and then it ends up closing below 68.19? And here we are, the last 4-hour candle of the day, where so far you've only run up to reject it. Look how low we got earlier, 66.48. Volatility, very real. But no candle close confirmations ever. Since we first tested it March 20th, never again. And still, hey man, if you're lucky, maybe. Something notable is Tesla reported earnings. I think, right? It looked like earnings. My God. You want to talk about Kang's after hours? You closed the day 446 at the low. And then see it buy. It got all the way up to $547. Closed around you pretty much closed around 532. So huge run to the upside. Elon's losing his mind positively, and it has to do with their ventilators. They're just pumping out ventilators, man, like no one's business. Market loves that. Let's get all those sick people safe, healed, recovered, and then bring in the next patient that's going to have COVID-19 that needs a ventilator. All right, ventilators, dude, are so important, man, because...
Did you see that 360% US oil option I closed today? Triple bullish divergence on the daily. Respect to DA. Clinking PB on X.
Congratulations, Rush Pabs. Yeah, oil was a market driver today. There was like news on OPEC and Russia maybe coming to a deal, but it was a Trump tweet in actuality that drove the market, that drove oil higher. You can look in the bottom left of your screen right now, and that is oil, and that's that pump where we started out at 21.68 and got all the way to 27.39 before cooling off, and now you're beginning to kind of rally. I don't know. It's 5 minutes. We're just got it posted so you can see the price action, man. I'm not doing charting on a 5 minute because it's useless. So congratulations, Rush Pabs, on your PBR Connect trade. So it went well. But that's good. That helped propagate the indices up. Here you have it. S&P 500 closed at, what was it, a couple percent? 2.28%. And really, you did not close at session highs, though you were close. And it was interesting how, these are all major, or somewhat, the only type of resistance that exists on the S&P 500 looking left. They're all plotted right here. And it's like you closed the first 4 hour candle of the day below all of them. And it was in the last like 5 minutes where you just started selling. It's like, oh God, that's not good. Even though you still bullishly engulfed. And then we got a nice rally to end the day, but still well off, getting above 25.32, 25.53, major resistances. And we can look at those on the big screen in a second, just so you can see it. But gap fill way up at 25.82. But don't forget it, man. There's a gap fill down here too, 22.30. Whatever way you want to perceive a gap to be filled, whether it's on the top where the price opened or closed, there's gaps down here. So we are...
Potential Friday dump to avoid volatility again?
Bruh.
Potential Friday dump to avoid volatility again. Always possible, man. I don't know. There's not much of an edge right now because we understand on the S&P or Dow Jones or NASDAQ, whatever you want to call it, we had our crash. We've gotten our reflexive rally. We started showing some weakness on the less significant time scales that did manifest into a gap down. But now we might be on the upswing again, and the wave may not be done.
Is that a joint?
Gaps everywhere.
Gaps, man. Grub man, gaps, man. We gotta make a remix, right? Instead of the Scat Man, we gotta be like, it's the Gap Man, and then we do the gibberish. Someone out there, do it. Let's make it happen, man. Make it a meme. Dreams memes. Okay, so I'm gonna have to respond to Brad in a second. So you had your big sell-off, you've had your reflexive rally, but there were, the 38% retraces at these levels, and I probably need to be looking at this maybe on just like the normal screen. Probably a good idea to try to answer Pap's question. All right, this is a better look. So it was like almost a 38% retrace, the golden zone, where you reverse. We did reverse. But just because you reverse, it doesn't mean it's time to go down all the way. You would reverse, and depending on the demand levels, right, sentiment of the market, what they perceive, you could be turning around, to go back up to fill the gap, and then you might continue on this same reflexive rally. There's the ebbs and flows, man, the up and down. And we know so far that we haven't hit the most common retrace, which is Dow theory, 50% retrace. We talked about that in depth today. Really good Dow theory education. I mean, we went into it like the textbook stuff. We had a little sermon on it. But one thing, on the 4 hour, you haven't seen negative momentum since March 23rd. And you'll start seeing that at some point soon. The hidden bearish divergence, impending price action continuation to the downside. Well, you have continued the downside, but not by much. So iffy. I don't know if you've gone deep enough to consider this good enough. You could see higher prices. Or you could at least come up to fill the gap. It's tough, man. It's real tough. It's not like, hidden bearish divergence was all we had, really. Daily. The daily on the SPX. It was like you started maturing on the hidden bearish divergence, but all of a sudden you started building positive momentum again. And you had a bullish engulfing candle today. So that's a bullish sign where if we get follow through, you could break the resistances tomorrow, and we could very well fill the gap at 25.84. And if you're extremely lucky, we break 382 and we run up to 27.23. But where we are, what we tested today, and we didn't break above. This is it right here on the S&P. You see it? One wick. It's like a $20 range between 25, 32, 25, 52, 53, right? That's being regarded as resistance now. we were above that before gapping down, and we just can't break it. So it's like mixed signals, right? Bullish engulfing candle, but you fail to break resistance. Blah. Get out of here, man. Okay, so that's S&P. I just wanted to look at that. I mean, we can look at the Dow Jones the same way. It's kind of the same chart. It's the same thing, man. Bullish engulfing candle. Couldn't break 21,732. You just couldn't, man. Look, you know what that is? It's major. Dude, that's your freaking December of 2018 low. S&P's well above that. I mean, S&P's like up here. Dow Jones is much lower. So you really do need to get above that soon. And maybe you could extend on this reflexive rally again. 23,289. I mean, that's like a gap fill area. That's a resistance, you know. So the same thing where you eventually, I don't care where it is, if it's now, if it's a little bit higher, whatever, you're going to have hidden bearish divergence. I don't know when it's going to truly play out where the impending price action continuation to the downside really occurs. Or did it even, was that it? Either way, shallow to the upside and also shallow to the downside. Right, if this was the reversal area, too shallow. I mean, it's almost like too shallow. 382. Normally, you're going to be seeing down like 20. You'd be coming down 20K before reversing the upside to make that higher low and go higher, right? Mysteries abound. Episode 930. You're stuck at home. We're all stuck at home, man. A third of y'all can't work, based on the poll, right? And we can look at it again. Are you still able to work? 62% of y'all, the golden retrace amount of y'all, said yes, fortunately. But then 38% of y'all said no. So what I want to know is, like, will that number change the deeper we get into this lockdown and quarantine? Well, we're hoping not, because, you know, as of tomorrow, like the, the SBA, the small business loans will be going out. And the incentive is, if you keep your employees, the government will pay. It will be like a break even, right? Where no one can work, but the government will give you $10,000 as a small business, and you use that money to pay your employees to keep them on. Don't fire them, don't lay them off. And if you do that, again, government pays for it. You don't lose anything. Brother J, man. Bruh. What's up, dude? Thanks for the 2222. The Ethereum in the jar, of course. Beautiful. Thank you, man.
Raptor tipped $22.22. Submit. Hypey. Cool face.
Hypey. Yes, hype indeed. Hype for the second stream of the day. But guess what? It's not the last stream of the day. In fact, it will be another 3-stream day. We'll be back tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern for Patreon night, the podcast, the hangout, the break from the monotony of listening to my stupid voice only every day. All right. The loan comes after. Yeah, it's up to $10,000 where it is forgivable if you use it for the purpose of paying your employees or your 1099s, your contract workers. Yeah, if you need more money than that, then you will. It's not forgivable past the 10K. There will be like interest rates on it, so it won't be much though. I think they were saying something about 1%, maybe 0.5%, 50 basis points. So yeah, that's huge, and that's the stuff we were talking about in these past few weeks. It's up to leadership. What leadership does is going to make this recession mild, or their lack of action, or if they screw up and they're ineffectual with what they do, we could go into a deep recession. All right, and you got to think about it like this. Okay, you got corrections, 20%. Bear market, 30%. Mild recession, 40% retrace. Deep recession, 60% retrace. Depression, 80% plus retrace. That's the technical terms for what the recessions are. If they screw up, I mean, dude, what they're doing is actually really good. To try to preserve somewhat of the economy. But I know there are a bunch of people that no matter what the presidential administration does, it's a failure in your eyes because you can't be impartial at all. You can't. You hate the guy. We get it. Understandable. But you can't say what they're doing right now isn't good and is trying to help the economy not go into a deep recession, only a mild recession, which was inevitable, and no one could really stop that anyway. There was no way to stop that because lockdowns were going to have to happen. Okay. So chat, let's look real quick. You want to see what a depression would actually be on the technical terms? We'll look at it.
3 streams in one day. We're not worthy, Mr.
Is that a joint?
What was that last part? Sorry, interrupted it with Elon.
Can you show how the Fibonacci tool is used?
Bruh.
On crypto with Lionel, I mean, I can give you a very, very basic lesson on it, but I'll tell you this. I've got a Fibonacci video for everyone watching that hasn't seen it. It only has like 8,100 views on it. Dude. If you go to my channel, normally it's right here and pops up automatically and plays. But if not, you go to the education tab, learn Fibonacci, up your trading game. 16-minute long video. I go into extreme detail on how to Fibonacci, what each fib node signifies, all these good things, man. So I think it'd be an injustice for me to try to teach you on stream now when I actually have a static video, not monetized, just there for you on my channel, right? Get a coffee, spend 16 minutes, and become a king and learn the Fibonacci, okay? So thank you for the 10 crypto with Lionel, but I know, and that's like not even, that's kind of lame, right? That's like, you know, he tipped 10 bucks, so I should try to do something, I guess. I mean, that can't, it's not even shilling or anything, because I don't make a dime off of you going and watching that video, right? Because it's not monetized, so can't be like me throwing off. But how do you use the Fibonacci tool? Well, let me go to another chart that's completely clean without my face on it in chat for distractions. I'm going to go to the Dow Jones, and I'm going to clean this up, and we're going to go to, like, the daily. No oscillators. What's up, Charizard? Use Cash App, wallet. I don't. Y'all got any good recommendations, man? For like the best wallets?
Good wallet for BTC? With instant transfer preferably, I use Cash App now.
Alright, answer Charizard's question. Thanks for the $4.99 super chat. Much love, man. So here's Dow Jones Industrial. You know, we got our friend on crypto. Lionel wants to know more about Fibonacci. So, look, man. We go back. This was a global financial crisis. This was the tech bubble. All right. So the recovery started March 2009. And we haven't really had much of a, you know, you've had some stops along the way, but this is major, right? This is the technical damage done that definitely, I think, marks the end of this rally, this market cycle, we call it. So with a Fibonacci tool, the fib retrace over here, all right, it's like the 1, 2, third one down, fib retrace. You click it or tick it. To anchor, like, if you're trying to get targets to the downside, you have to anchor from the bottom to the top. All right, so I'm anchoring with that fib retracement tool from the low point to the high point, from all those all-time highs that we saw about 6-7 weeks ago. All right. So what does that do? From the top, right? A 23% retrace from the low point. That means it's retraced 23% of the way, right? 38% of the way. 50% of the way you almost touched it perfectly, right? Before having the reflexive rally start. Violent move up, but I fear that It doesn't matter how high we go. It's only going to be a lower high before we go to much lower lows in time. This is a recession. It's real life. There's stupid amounts of economic damage that has been done. It is, you know, there will be industries that will completely die, that were on their last legs. There will be new industries that are born out of this crash. So, you know, just anchoring from the low point to the high point, we've retraced almost half the way. That's a common area, something called Dow theory. We talked about it in depth today. Dow theory, it says like you most commonly retrace 50% of the way before recovering, but it doesn't mean you're gonna bounce and go all the way to all-time highs again. It just means that's where a bounce can occur, and market sentiment's gonna drive it after that, which we know is really bearish. So there's something called the golden zone, which is like your common retrace area, which in here, if you're a regular viewer, I'm sorry, you probably hate me because we talk about it so much, you know, but just trying to educate somebody who tipped on it. So the golden zone is like your common retrace area where they're just moderate retraces. But then you have the deep retraces, like the 78.6%, right? If we retraced 78.6%, you know, based on what I said, right? 20% is a correction, 30% below is a bear market, 40% is a mild recession, 60% is a deep recession, and then 80% is a depression, right? If we got down to these levels, that means we'd be in a depression for sure, based on technicals. Then you have the 886, which is, I call it the Mariana Trench retrace. It's the deepest retrace before you go down and make a 100% retrace, right? And then below the 100% retrace, you have your fib extensions like the 1272, the 1414, the 1618. They don't make sense in this situation because it makes you go to negative. So that's how you target, right? When you're on the way down. But if you're on the way up, you anchor from your high point to your low point. And so on the way up, 38% retrace, 50%, 61, right? 88, 100% retrace. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you start a rally, that's when you're anchoring from the high to low, okay? So that's just a brief look at Fibonacci. I mean, there's so much more to talk about. I could go on all day about it, but that's why I have a freaking static video. Okay, just wanted to, you know. Who cares, dude?
Bruh.
And I know there's like another, like in the Patreon, there's like another video I do on Fibonacci too. I can't even remember the name of it, but it's in there. So, dude, like joining the Patreon, like that's, if you like the way I educate or I attempt to educate, you know, like I have so many different educational clips in the Patreon that you can watch for hours upon hours, and you just keep gaining like nuggets of knowledge like this over and over and over. That's why the Patreon is so worth it. If you care, if you think this stream's cool and you want me to keep coming back, you want to support the stream, and most importantly, the community itself, like that's the best way to do it, joining the Patreon. But you get info and education just like this, like I just did for on crypto with Lionel, man. So it's the beginning of the month, second best time to join. What are we at now? Do want to say thanks so much to Ben for joining a little while ago, and Ryan J. Thank y'all both. 164 strong. Shahin, yeah, sure, anytime. Thank y'all for watching. Hold on. Bitcoin 68.25. Let's go. Just right at that resistance. Unreal, right? Thanks for the nearly 700 people tuned in. Hopefully that's almost 700 people who got a refresher or learned something new just now with Fibonacci. So looking at that daily, Boy, what a wick. What did we hit though, chat? Hey, we just did some education on Fibonacci, right? Steve, go! Oh my God, having the chat. Let's go!
Is that a joint? Bruh.
Stago, man, thank you so much. Is that like Stegall? Like Steven Stegall? Chat, let's just go ahead and say Steven Stegall just joined Patreon. Wow. Can you even believe it, man? I can't. So, with the knowledge we just gained, we talked about Dow theory, common retrace, the most common is 50%, right? So we went from a major high on the daily on Bitcoin to a major low. And what did we do today that we had not done yet? You have to tell me, chat. Tell me. I need you all to tell me what we did today. Despite anything, you can't take it away from us now because it happened. There you go. Got an answer? Yep. They're coming in slowly, but surely. There we go. That's right. A lot of y'all are getting the answer right. I'm kind of concerned some of y'all are getting it really wrong. But that's okay. You can try again next time. But yeah, we hit the 50% retrace from the high point, 10,550, to the low point, 50%, man, 7,177. So when you hit those fib nodes, yes, you can reverse majorly to the downside. What? Salta, is it Salta Wugus? Thank you for the $5 super sticker. Chad, y'all see that? It's hype. Okay, we'll do it. Hype in the chat. So it's just a fib node. It's actually not, okay? Let's be real here. The 50% is not part of the Fibonacci sequence, to be technical. It's just part of Dow's theory, and it just fits in there perfectly. If we made a cartoon series on Fibonacci, the 50% would be like the adopted fib node, okay? Because we've been talking about that. But it's just you're in the middle of the golden zone, where at any point in here is where you'll most likely reverse to the downside to lower lows, to a double. It's either going to be a slightly higher low, a double bottom, or lower lows. And at that point, that's when the oscillators have reset and you'd be getting an edge on the market. We still don't have much of an edge on the market, like at all. Like, I don't think we do. You're continuing your reflexive rally. And yes, it could even get up to almost $8,000, and it wouldn't be weird before you reverse majorly to the downside again. But my God, if there wasn't the most insane rejection wick we've seen in probably of 2020 for Bitcoin. What's up, Miguel, man? I remember you, dude. You've been around a long time, dude. The Fibon law. There we go. It is because of Dow's theory, which we're just going to call it Dow's law. All right, there you go. I can't make an edge happen if it's not there, right? It's like you had this ascending triangle, you had a fake out scam wick, and let's just go. This is the way you've been looking at it most of the day. The devil's advocate has started to become the angel's advocate, I guess, on Bitcoin. This is the way we've been looking at an ascending triangle pattern where you had no candle close confirmation above the historical looking left resistance going back to 2018. You had no confirmation above it, but we are above it right now, which is awesome. But again, can we please, sir, 1 hour 24 minutes to go, can we please have our first candle close confirmation above this since we crashed? That'd be great. Seriously, someone get Lumbar in here, Lumberg, whatever his name is, to keep us above this for 1 hour 24 minutes, and we'll be good. No more TPS reports. So breaking that, real good chance in time you could see 7,400. I mean, you know, there is a resistance at 7,050, but this is the major overhead one. Historically, we do often, when we see 6,800, the next move up is 7,400. You can't hold 7,400. The next move down is normally 6,800. So this is it. Step 1, please break and close above this. Step 2, break above the pattern that you've painted, right? The Bob Ross pattern. All right, so you got to break 60, or pretty much 7K is your supply line, is what we call it. And so, again, breaking these levels with confirmation, I think in time you could see 7,400, but we didn't get to 7,400, what I thought we were, but you just hit the 50% and said, nope, kind of pull back. Could have been a premature breakout, not sure. Golden zone, man. We're just in the midst of it. And a major reversal of the downside could occur at any point in here. Okay. You actually, for ascending triangles, any kind of triangle for that matter, you do not need to have 5 touches. It's not the same rules as the wedge, as the classic wedge.
No real resistance at 7,150. 50% retrace. Next move could be 7,400. You just answered the question. Lol. Ship it anyways. The 8s.
Bruh.
Leroy Jenkins, man, we'll do it for you, okay? Thank you for the $8.88. Did you hear the noise combo? It was 2 noises. So yes, above 7,150 is 7,400. There's not really anything there. And now we're starting to climb, right? Good stuff. 68, 67 right now, up nearly 3%. Stevie Wonder, man, oh my God. I can't see, man.
I just took to say, we love you and I mean it from the bottom of my bat. Love from Portugal to the best TA out there. 500.000000000 bat.
Wow, Stevie Wonder. I didn't know you were in Portugal. Were you there on vacation, man? How was the lockdown over there, dude? Is it as crazy as it is here? I think it's crazy everywhere. Thank you, dude, for the $72.60 worth of bat. 500 bats. One of them's going to have coronavirus, and Ebola, Marburg, you name it, dude. Thank you, man. Seriously. Wow. Can we get hype in the chat for Stevie Wonder?
Bruh.
We love you, Stevie Wonder. Oh, my God. So, this is interesting. Very intriguing. What's going on? You know, like, you got so rejected. It's just like, oh, my God, we're so screwed now. But nay. With an hour, 20 minutes left, you're somehow hanging in there. You're not making lower lows yet. You still could kind of be making higher highs if all ended this way or higher. So you're still not dead, man. The bulls are not dead. The common retrace to the upside still not over yet. Yes, also, happy birthday to Bradford, our Brad Fisher. Let's get some happy birthday wishes out to him. You know, he's part of the team. You know, when you join the Patreon, you're helping support him too, right? Wait, that's not it. I'm good. Hello? There it is. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday again, dude.
Bruh.
Beating the Bears? I don't know, man. It's just, you just have very little of an edge on the market right now. It's hard to, you know. Now, we did know, like, the way we were making these scrubbier higher low, making continuous higher lows. Oh my God, dude, sorry. Well, these higher lows, man, the acceleration of demand, that is accumulation and acceleration of accumulation. So more people wanted this at a, you know, it's a steeper rate, more people. So that's what you see when you leg up like that. It's legging up. That's a bullish sign, and my God, that we saw that, but it really played out before pulling back. So, all right, sorry. And before seizures on the confetti, sorry.
Bruh.
Birthday Pam. And was like, yeah, happy birthday, Bradford. We're at 7,300, and we're not. Kind of like, and you get a bachelor party, and no, you don't. And a honeymoon, and no. The year of, and it's gone. What's up, Travis? He's new to all this. Hey, man, we all start somewhere. But the good news is we all wake up and put pants on the same way every morning, right? That's the good news. On the percenter, what is this, Ash? I don't know what percent R is. It's probably an oscillator. You can't say there's bearish divergence because you're making a higher high with higher levels of positive momentum. RSI, obviously not divergence at all, where you made a high and now a higher high with much higher levels of relative strength. No, that's bullish convergence. Sorry. Losing my mind. 64.84. Still can't even, I mean, just after that rejection, you think it's all over, man. But alligator blood for Bitcoin. March now has 365 days in it. Is that true, Wayne Batson? I'm just hearing this. Yeah, bullish divergence in the weekly is a very real possibility. I don't want to get people excited, too excited, but yeah, it's still real life for now. Still very much real. And that could be the kryptonite of our yearning for daily bullish divergence. Where will we get it? Because you made a low on price. Definitely a lower low on price with lower levels of negative momentum. We had something almost identical to this last year, where we had a low on price, a much lower low on price with lower levels of negative momentum. Class A bullish divergence, it manifested into a legendary run. All started with a Gartley. So that is happening. But good news is, like, you saw how long it took. You were just kind of lolling around. You were making higher lows. You ended up towards, I mean, at the end. That was so amazing. At the end of the weekly bullish divergence, when we were almost getting to neutral, that is when the maturation was complete of the bullish cipher and the falling wedge. You ended up getting daily bullish convergence, 4-hour bullish divergence. It was just unreal. So many variables. So we might have time, and you know, that's what makes it kind of weird, right? Weekly bullish divergence, but you are in the golden zone, so like you might be topping out soon before another sell-off. But yeah, good point. It's real life. 68, 67 on Bitcoin, 3% up on the day. Trying your dangdest for the first time to break above 68.19 with candle close confirmation. Just hadn't happened yet. Come on, man. Sure thing, Travis. And if you're new, man, please join the Discord. Because in our Discord, we have educational resources tab where you can go in. We also have a bunch of books and literature that is great for anyone who's beginning to learn this world. And we want as many people as possible to get into this. It's incredibly interesting if you have the right mind for it. Like it's like a different language, right? So a lot of people are just going to not be inclined to learn a new language. But, you know, there's just something about this that got me when I was like 23 years old and just fell in love with it, man. And I've just been studying it. It's just been a hobby, right? Not habit, habitual. It's just been a hobby of mine forever. And been trying to help people learn about it, you know, because that's kind of what life's about, right? If you have a passion for something and you learn something, like, yeah, you can take advantage of it, but there's something about like pulling people on the table, right? Pulling people up on a table. It's very like, you know, learning a trade, whether it's trading or Bitcoin or not Bitcoin, but well, maybe blockchain, right? You learn about blockchain. Like it's almost a responsibility when you learn something or try to become close to mastering it to try to teach other people how to do it. And so like I use that analogy, it's like learning or maybe, you know, getting adept at something, you're getting on the table. And so now it's your responsibility to try to pull as many people up on the table with you as you can. And so when you do that, then all of a sudden, maybe those people start pulling other people up on the table, right? It's not easy. It's really difficult to pull people on the table. And it's actually really, it's easier for someone to pull you off the table than for you to pull them on the table. Okay, so you're up on the table, Kevin, man. One day at a time. So I don't know, man. Too much degeneracy in this world. So trying to spread a little bit of light before I'm gone. You know, we're all going to be gone one day. So might as well be on the good side. Yeah, fake Starbucks. Oh, dude, we started the morning stream with it. God. Okay, stop thinking about me literally pulling people on a table. That's not how it works. I'm not literally doing that. But we could. Yes, there is a little kids table. We just got an FYX on the little kids table in the other room. In the family room. Keep it down in there.
Bruh.
FYX Kappa. Alright, the mods. I think the mods are working on a test for you to take. If you can pass the test, you can join the Discord again. Kentomo, Bradford, you hear that? Y'all working on that exam for FYX to take on TOS? FYX, man. How many tendies did you make today, dude? Jacob, target, man. It's just, yeah, you gotta stay, you gotta keep the conviction on target. But man, you fall below 89.50, I might be getting the F out, dude, okay? Target. We'll look at it. Here it is, alright? Target. You want to talk about baking cakes, you want to talk about coinciding variables, alpha yin yang, 6+ or something, but starting to get a little monk ass because of the lower highs. Vegeta PT, oh my god, I'm in the chat, let's go! Dude, it's Vegeta chat. It's freaking Vegeta. Oh no, I don't even know anymore. What do I do? Crap, dude. Why is it not here? I don't understand. Oh, thanks so much, Vegeta, man. We've got Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Uber Instinct, man. Ultra Instinct, dude. Okay, sorry. Anyway, we're working on those graphics. Okay, we'll get better. But yeah, target, like potential double bottom. The whole way down, you're making lower levels, negative momentum every time. So lows, same low, slightly lower low, about the same low, and you keep doing that, right? That's divergence, class A to B, bullish divergence. But the problem is you should be going now. You gotta go, dude, at some point. Otherwise, it's just gonna, you know, market participants gonna realize, oh, dang, dude, it's just lower highs and there are no buyers. And all of a sudden you just sell off again. You get down to 89.50, 90.40. You look left and it's like, okay, that's support resistance. You gotta hold. You haven't even tested 89.45 yet. So it is time, dude. This is completely matured. It's not just the 4 hour. I would say maybe, man, maybe not. But dude, there's no excuse now for Target to not start rising to the upside. It is time. It should be like this week, next week, the next couple weeks where it goes up. If the TA is to be respected. But how can the TA be respected if the market conditions are extremely bearish and we're going through recession? Yeah, that's how it might not play out. Unlock higher power levels, Vegeta man. Good, good. Uber instinct, yeah, it slipped out. It's stupid. Who says that? It sounds like a boomer. Nice job, boomer. You know, calling it Uber instinct instead of ultra instinct. Gosh, dude, that's bad. Yes, get up on the IKEA table with us, chat. They're really expensive, but they're durable. All right. 68.60 on Bitcoin. We got 1 hour, 7 minutes to go until the daily close. Thanks for the 727 people tuned in. Oh my God. We only have 232 likes, chat. What's up with that? Maybe we could double that. Double it. Double everything. David, I know, man. I mean, XRP, it's like he got wrecked on the Wick today. That's stupid. It's so ridiculous. Look at this. Okay, I've got it circled. Look at these predictable patterns. What the F, dude? What's going on? Notice that after posted trade setup, and it started out okay, but then Bitcoin, and then it goes up, of course. Scam Wick. I mean, that's definitive. 18.6 plus cents. That's it. And you're back. Well, you're still climbing a little bit. So eventually, yeah, man, wherever, like, it's a big rising wedge. If you're going to talk about the lowest risk area probably ever for XRP, it's going to be like 19.48 cents. And Bitcoin maybe is at 17 or, 7,400 by then. All right, that's it. That's your lowest risk area ever. Okay. Bear masks in New York. All right, we're queuing it up.
Bruh.
IKEA, the have a beer. The what? IKEA toolbox, the have a beer. Huh? Wayne Batson, I don't speak bat. Alright. XRP will explode. Just wait a year. Wait, people have been telling me that for the past 2 years. What's going on with that, dude? Whose word do I take for it? Now. Okay. So XRP scamming away, but doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like stuck. It's like Groundhog Day, starring XRP. Oh, what is this? Do people really want to see this crap? Really, dude? You gotta be kidding me, man. Oh, you want to, you can. Alright, so you got, this is, so it's like, you're like bearish range, right? I mean, terrible. Started bad. It's kind of only gotten worse, right? I mean, a little bit. You range bound. You could never make higher highs than the Walmart highs, right? This is, oh, we're gonna be partnered with Walmart, dude. Swear to God, that's like what this was. Like, oh my God. And then it didn't happen, of course, you dumped. So, and this came from like a China government loving blockchain or something, and there was a summit, and it just played out. That's how that all started. News-driven catalysts are real, especially in crypto. You know, you get a rumor about Microsoft, okay, well, that's your ticket to the Golden Gate, whatever. But here you are without news-driven catalysts. Look at these assets, what they do. Yeah, we had a beautiful trade setup, a successful, gorgeous, unbelievably perfect trade setup where it hit the measured move, and then it was over. It was all over for VeChain, Traders Market. So you're like at this December of 2018 high, you failed to break it once, and you're knocking on the door again. It's definitely not a ascending triangle like Bitcoin, that's for sure. It's more just like a rising wedge of some sort. It's like a flag consolidation. But you haven't even made a 23% retrace probably yet, right? Let's go from the major high to the low to target for the upside. Yeah, you've only hit a 236, right? 180, sorry, what is that? 3.1 tenths of 1 cent. God. You got penny stocks, and then you got fractional penny S coins. And so if you can ever break that resistance, the common retrace zone is 4.1 tenths of 1 cent to 5.8 tenths of 1 cent. So that's your common retrace zone if we're to get one. But guess what? Underperforming, or Bitcoin is already, I think, it's hit its 50%. This is where Bitcoin, if this was the Bitcoin chart, it would have been up here. You understand the underperformance, right, of this altcoin? It's very bad. Very, very bad. So you asked, man. I'm not gonna, I know we got Vet Moonboy around somewhere. He's out in space. MIA for sure, but still gonna tell it how it is. Low, lower low, lowest low. Yeah, rechain, pretty much. Yeah, Brad, of course, man. Try to give you a double whammy. Got you those birthday wishes this morning, too. We're just compiling them. We're going to start paying dividends by this evening stream. All right. Leonard, how was that even real life, dude? I don't know what that means. Building IKEA beds makes you vulnerable to strokes. Huh? What are you talking about? So let's take a look back at futures, which a whole bunch of nothing. I'm talking literally nothing burger right now. You're at 0.0%. This is where FYX would lose his freaking mind. I can't believe it's doing nothing right now. I want a refund on anything, any position. Down 0.02% on the S&P futures. Oil just hanging around, down 1.86% on the new day. Tesla, sorry. Yeah, I know, it's out of place here, but I was just monitoring it because of the friggin' earnings, man. It killed it if you're just tuning in. Closed the day at 446, then after hours, it's just pumping on ventilators. Yes, the ventilators are pushing this price up. So we got 1 hour and 1 minute. Let's just go ahead and do the thing, the tradition. Yeah, it's your local updates. Oh my god, man. Holy crap. Let's go back to Bitcoin and let's just have a little discussion.
Can you check out link/BTC Plaza?
That was perfect, dude. The Jesus chimes just converged. Beautiful. That was glorious, man. I feel like I've just transcended to heaven, man, and we are kings. Aaron Morgan, man, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Holy crap. Hype in the chat for that. And then thanks so much, Anon, for making that incredible. Does anybody have a vape or a cigarette, dude? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, it feels so good!
Bruh.
Thanks again, Aaron, man. Really. All joking aside. So, we was gonna have a discussion on something, man. That was satisfying. Yeah, go ahead and cue up the hype. Thanks so much. What's up, Edwin? Coinciding chimes. Perfect. All in. 100 times leverage. Stop loss, liquidation. No cap is on that. So it's like, it's a nice little article on Bloomberg, excuse me. You know, we've got a bunch of activity, economic activity across the globe. Talk about the next recession has shifted from whether and when to how long and how bad. We talked about the technicals, what percentage losses, right? The coronavirus pandemic has stifled travel, shuttered businesses, canceled sports events, and sent stock markets into a freefall. Life-saving containment measures have sharply curbed economic output, providing a shock many believe will trigger a global downturn. Thanks for the obvious, stuff, right? So what is a recession? Well, the dictionary definition is a period when economic output contracts for 2 straight quarters. That's certainly going to happen. National Bureau of Economic Research Business Cycle Dating Committee. Oh man, they give me a date, man. Which makes the official U.S. determination uses a different approach, considering factors such as inflation-adjusted GDP, employment, industrial production, and income. The International Monetary Fund, in designating recessions on a global scale, looks at several indicators, including a decline in inflation-adjusted per capita GDP that is backed up by weakness in industrial production, trade, capital flows, oil, consumption, and unemployment. Bruce Springsteen, man, oh my god, hop in the chair!
I'm waiting on a sunny day, gonna chase the clouds away, yeah.
Sorry.
Waiting on a sunny day. Until then, love from Portugal to the Lord of TA. Mitre, 500.0000000 bat.
That's 500 more bat. That's another batch of bats that could have coronavirus. We just don't know. We're going to have to audit each and every one of them. Thank you so much, Bruce. Bruce Springsteen, man.
Hype in the chair!
Thank you, dude, so much. Holy crap. 1,000 bat on the day. Portuguese Jesus, man. Very grateful. Seriously, thank you. My heart is very full right now. All of you, best friend community. I don't even know what to say, man. I'm just like, ugh. Hit me right in the feels, chat. Jeez. So, is the United States entering recession? Almost certainly, yes. It is certainly yes. Many economic analysts say output likely shrank in the quarter ending March 31st, and there's widespread agreement that the contraction in the second quarter, April through June, could be the most dramatic in records going back to 1947. Morgan Stanley's expectation that gross domestic product will fall a jaw-dropping 30.1% in the second quarter was topped by Goldman Sachs Group, which estimates the United States economy will shrink by 34%. So NBER typically takes about a year to make the official call on when a U.S. expansion ends and a recession begins, though this time it may not wait that long. Oh yeah, probably not, man. I mean, this is such an extenuating circumstance. How about the global economy? Bloomberg Economics is forecasting a global recession in the first half of 2020, noting that for some important parts of the world, the contraction has already begun. Dude, it was already beginning before the crash, dude. Look at German exporters, man. It foresees the global economy shrinking by 1.8% year on year in the first half of 2020, compared with growth of about 3% in 2019. Kristalina Georgieva, oh my god, managing director of the International Monetary Fund, says the world economy is already in a recession that could be worse than 2009's downturn. I believe that. Before 2020, the IMF had counted only 4 global recessions tracing back to 1960, compared to the 11 designated in the US since World War II by NBER. How long would this last? Good question. That's becoming the question of the moment. There was some hope that the downturn wouldn't last beyond the first 2 quarters of this year. A rosy scenario that assumes fast and effective work in getting the coronavirus under control. Most recently, economists have been losing hope in such a V-shaped recovery. That's not happening, chat. It's already dead. In which lost output is quickly restored. We saw that when the Fed, killed all the volatility back in December of 2018. The ultimate fear is a protracted malaise that malaise that has some flavor of a depression. Okay, so we already know what a depression is. We talked about on the technicals. It's generally interpreted as a severe downturn that is measured in years, not quarters. There's been just one in the last 100 years, the Great Depression of 1929 to 1933. The 2007 to 2009 recession lasted 18 months, making it the longest since the Great Depression, inspiring the name the Great Recession. Remember, a depression on the chart is 80% plus losses from your lowest low to your high. Okay. So what makes a recession mild or severe? We talked about on the technicals, right? A mild recession is 40% losses from your low to high. And then a severe one is a 60% retrace. Golden retrace, whatever. Besides duration, other measures of recession severity are how much the economy contracts and how bad unemployment gets. The worst recessions tend to be those paired with some sort of collapse in the financial system, as happened in the US in 1929-2008. Another driver of a recession severity is how broadly the economy suffers a contraction. The relatively short and mild 2001 recession, for instance, was largely confined to the tech sector with modest fallout to the rest of the economy. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here, but I just wanted to go into a little bit so you can know. That actually helps complement the technical side of what makes a recession or depression. It's based on the percentage of retracement from your recovery low to your market expansion high. Okay, so anyway, man, we can get off NPR stuff.
Bruh.
It's on NPR. I'm just saying, it's like, oh, we're on the radio, dudes. We're on the radio, man, listening to WRAY 88.8 FM. All right, let's go. Wasn't 2008 crash, 100% retrace. Yeah, it was actually worse, man. It was a crash, and yeah. But what I've learned, man, it retraced. It's actually lower, right? I mean, it bounced. That was the support where you sprung to the upside. It was 100% retrace. But I think time might have to do with it too, because it was only like 2 years, right? So I think it's like your so you go back to the Great Crash. You lost, or it might be the crash itself, right? So that's what it is. It's not like how low you go, how long. It's like how deep the crash is, right? So we go back to 1929, and that's what happened. Hold on, because we're still crashing. We're still technically in the crash. We're having a reflexive rally. Right? Oh, we lost like 89% of our value. I don't even know how I had it. Was it log scale or something? 1921. Yeah, so you fell below it. Oh, it's like maybe you're losing 89% of your value or something. Yeah, that's it. Look, 88.6% of your value is lost from the high, right? So we go to 2008. It's like, how much? Well, hold on. Which value was lost? Or where am I? 2003. So it was like a loss in value. Oh, yeah, here you go. 55% loss in value, right, from the top. Oh, my mouse died. Why would my mouse die? That's really bad. Okay. That's the first bug I've ever experienced. This is an incredible mouse, though. I highly recommend it to everyone. It's the G903. It's not about losing the value from the previous low. It's about how much is lost, right? 88% there. 50. This was almost a deep recession. They call it Great Recession. It was close enough to 60% to call it a deep recession, not a mild one, right? A mild one would have been only 40% loss in value. So there we go. Sorry, man. It was a good question, though. It's real, it had me like, what? That's true, man. It's very true. We did it, man. We're good now. Mouse is fine. Percentage losses. So far, with that being said, percentage losses from the top so far. What is it? From the high to low, you lost 38% of your value. You almost got to 40%. So you can almost say it is recession because you're like 2 percentage points off, right? 300 likes. Are you kidding me, man? Thank y'all, seriously, for 300 likes. Y'all amazing. Dave & Buster's had a pretty good fourth quarter. Why is everyone talking about Dave & Buster's, man? Dude, you want to look at depression? Wait, DB, Deutsche Bank, Dave & Buster's, you name it. Depression. Play, that's what it was. Yeah, my bad. Devastated. Huh? Is that it? Yeah, so went down to $5. At one time it was at $72. Before the crash, it was at $47. So, excuse me, since you hit $5, you ran up and did what? Tested your IPO price. You upthrusted through it, pretty much regarded as resistance for selling off. And now you filled a gap. $10. But after hours, you're up 75 cents. You're up 7.46%. So $10.80. That's not, I mean, like, you know, it's a drop in the bucket, right? Congratulations. That's where you are after hours. Like nothing, dude. Yeah, Bradford, but it's not the mouse itself. It's the technology behind it, where it's you've got the G mouse pad. The mouse pad charges the mouse 100% of the time. So I was like, what's going on? Why is it low on battery? It might have been just bugged out. I don't know. But I've had this for like a year and a half, man, and it's done. It's just wonderful. Oh my God, it's Michael Jackson. Chick bigger. They're ignorant. They're ignorant.
Michael Jackson tipped $35.97. Heal the world, make it a better place, for you and for me and the entire human race. We got Lord Ray teaching the best TA, for a better you and for me. Love from Portugal, 250.20000000 bad.
Holy crap. Michael Jackson in the chat, coming in from the afterlife to say hello. Thank you so much. Somehow Michael Jackson's in Portugal too. That might be where everyone's going. Everyone's just going to Portugal to wait out this storm. Thank you, dude. Wow. 250 bat. Are you kidding me? 1,250 bats. There's going to be Corona in one of those, dude, right? Maybe. Thank you, man. Jeez. So you see, it might be we're getting a little divergence on the bat tips, right? It was 500, and now 250. So it's like divergence, man. Thank you. Portuguese Jesus, man. I don't even know what to say. Y'all are the best. Really. So there's not much more to look at, is there, on play? Like, what did it do? You know, from its clear, discernible high to the low, it ran up. Almost hit a 61.8% retrace, clearly in the golden zone between the 382 and 618. You reversed your price action. But you haven't continued to sell off yet. But hidden bearish divergence, like everything else across the markets, very, very real. There it is. High on price, a much lower high on price with higher levels of positive momentum. Impending price action, continuation to the downside. Well, you're getting it. You're working on it, dude. Stevie Wonder on top, always.
Bruh.
No, it does not, Jacob G, unfortunately. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. You gotta buy the mouse pad separately, but dude, I'm just saying, man. Like, I don't get any benefit from telling y'all. Like, I don't have affiliate links for this stuff. Oh, another source of revenue that I could do, but I'm just, whatever, man. It's just cool just telling people. AJ Green, man.
Bruh.
He's for a loaf of bread.
AJ Green, the guy was such an S-talker, man. Also, former Georgia collegiate receiver. It was very good. That's true. But thank you, man, for the 16-18. I don't know, man. Wheel spinning on a Thursday second stream when we know there's going to be a third one no matter what. That's dangerous stuff, dude. Jeez. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it, man. We got 43 minutes to go till your daily candle close, if you can even believe it. Seems like just yesterday. No, it seems like it was just this morning that I was streaming the opening bell. Is that real? Her, Celine Flung, probably, man. Probably. You know, we saw it on the 60-minute on that second top. This is the third top now. So, you know, we can try to look at it here and listen, of course. So, is this clear Wyckoff distribution? Well, the thing is, the signs of weakness are, there's not too many, you know, but I do like that idea, man. I think it's good. You just got like an upthrust fail. And this would be phase C, right, of Wyckoff distribution. We can pull it up real quick. Let me see if I have it on my no, we can pull it up on Google. It's fine. Yeah, so phase C, if you're going into D, that means we'd be selling off methodically. We call it the last point of supply. Give me 2 seconds, all right? Jeez, man. Sorry, trying to get this. You know what? I'll let that ad. IG is cool, man. I have an IG account. So this is what we're talking about. You know, someone just brought up. Do you think this is a distribution? Just textbook? It seems very possible, man. Let's see how we close out the day at 68.19. But look, man. All right, you got your buying climax. These psychological support resistances, which is right here. All this stuff. You start using that as support. You get your buying climax. Then you get your automatic rally. So buying climax. Automatic rally. What is it? It's the test. It's like secondary. Yeah. You get your secondary test. From the buying climax, right? And you get the up thrust 2 with that. You're in phase B here. And then you sell off. And signs of weakness. And then you rally. And this isn't... There's another one. Let me go to the different schematic. The schematic 1 that has the real up thrust. This one doesn't show it. Here we go. This is the one I'm looking for. Schematic 1. Where you get the up thrust... And, right, 1, 2, third one. And so you're finishing up phase C, and soon we'll be going into phase D on Bitcoin on Wyckoff distribution if it's real life, okay? Where you get your last point of supply, where it's like methodical, scrubby selling with some rallies. And normally what you want to see, you're not going to probably get the luxury here because it's not stocks, because it's Bitcoin. But on the last point of supply rallies, you want to have high elevated volume on the selling and then lower levels of volume on these highs, these little peaks, sell off, same thing. Eventually, you get the signs of weakness. You get all, signs of weakness, right? Phase B, we got those. And that's when we would break the support, which is around 57.76 to 58.71. So, yeah, it is very real and possible we could be in the midst of Wyckoff textbook distribution right now. Yeah. Not even a joke.
Bruh.
So great point. Who was that? Maybe we should just make them hype king right now. I think I might just do that because I feel like it. I owe him tonight at least. Is that true? He did tip the golden mean ratio. If you noticed that, 1618. And it was the fib circle thing. Spiral, not circle. Yeah, her Celine flung, man. You should just be Hype King, dude. I know all y'all contribute to the chat. It's just like we hadn't had a Hype King in so long, and it just stuck out, man. When he said that, it's like, dude, yeah, he might have said that. Someone said it in the Discord too. I'm like, I would be inclined to agree. Now, I'd really like to see a failure here and a start phase D at this point. So if that's the case, this is a great shorting opportunity. If you truly believe that we are in Wyckoff distribution, this is like one of the best areas to go short. Now, thing is, you know, Wyckoff tells you waiting for a breakout is the best. And because he says, like, he talks about, like, this is where people get wrecked and faked out, those up thrusts. That's where, you know, market participants will really screw the people trying to go short and punish them up here. But normally that's the top. We're looking at that schematic. Too much responsibility, man. It's just too much. Well, Israel, you don't have much of an edge. Besides, you're showing a little bit of bullish convergence, but it's so close, right? A high, definitely a higher high, and then you've got like almost the same amounts of positive momentum. So it's like almost kind of class C, just barely higher. So just because it's barely higher and doesn't mean it might not be a form of weakness, right? That's the area, man. I mean, like, that's like the lowest risk, highest reward opportunity area for Wyckoff distribution is at the top. But just understand, like, you don't really have too much of an edge besides the fact that we know with this wick, we hit a 50% retrace. And that could be it. Leonard, I always have a hold account. Like, I'll be holding Bitcoin, more Bitcoin than you probably think, to 0 or 1 million. It's in Bitcoin, and it's not fiat. It's actual crypto, and it's like, that's my hedge against the entire world. Everything we know, that money is there in crypto, in the corn, the Bitcoin. So no matter what I do, whether I'm trading or not trading Bitcoin, I'm always exposed to it. Michael Arlat, 50% retrace, huh? What are you talking about? Why randomly say 50% question mark? Yes, 50% from 10,530 or so to the 3,800 low. Yes, we've retraced 50%. That's it, man. Yeah, Leonard, dude. He keeps saying hodl. I don't say that, John. I don't like that, man. How could you? It's a broken meme from a guy who didn't know what he was doing. It's holds. Holding long before he even created hodl, whatever, you know, with stocks and stuff.
Bruh.
So we got 35 minutes, man. We're up 2%. There could very well be a great point to just get it back on my mind. We could be on phase C of Wyckoff distribution. It's a very real possibility. But dude, we had the exact same thing. You just had to go to the 60-minute here where we talked about it. It was, look, dude. Right here. It's the same thing. It's a little, you know, this was really right there. So you had that, the buying climax, automatic rally, the secondary test, the signs of weakness, the upthrust. The rallies, and then you had your phase C, and then you had what? All right, high volume on the way down, scrub volume on the way up, down, up. This was your last point of supply, and look where we went. You remember this, though? We talked. I mean, definitely, chat. You know, if you're in the Discord, I was bringing this up. There was distribution going on. It was short anyway because there was bearish divergence on the 4 hour. So this is the type of price action we should be, if we're in phase C and we're finishing up phase C and we're about to go into phase D, we should be getting this right here soon. Where we sell off and it's methodical, up, down, okay? But it's like you're zooming out and you're including everything because it's a more significant time scale now. Hello, is anyone in there? Chat. We've gone to all-time highs for the stream of lurking. We've gone to bat. We've gone to bed. Huh, John Afonso? Which one is it, man? Make up your mind. Because bats are flying. Bed is not flying. It's sleeping, I think. Or doing other things. Look at the futures real quick. Big old nothing burger still. Wow. 0.13%. S&P. Dow Jones 0.09%. Nothing burger, dude. Oil, same thing, down 2.17%. You'd expect down, you know, after you're up 22% on a tweet from Trump, man. Okay, probably going to be lower tomorrow. Skestiatus, thanks, man, for coming in from Ireland. Top of the morning to you, and the rest of the afternoon to yourself.
Bruh.
All right. Excellent COVID memes. Sleepy Charlie. Can we look at Boeing? One does not simply look at Boeing without vomiting. Hold on. What did this guy just say? What the heck, man? Aretha Franklin. Oh my god, I'm in the chair. Let's go.
Aretha Franklin tipped $35.88. Respect. Respect the team, you're blessed by your streaming, dude. Thanks so much and keep fit, bro. You rally big time. Have a good Patreon's night. Love from Portugal. 250.20000000 bat.
Dude, holy crap. 15 hundo bats on the day, it seems, from all these celebrities in Portugal. What's going on, chat? Something's going on.
Bruh.
Thank you. Aretha Franklin Connect. Wow. Oh my god. Aretha, did you know that there's an actual Boeing Maxi in here? How can you even be a stock Maxi? I mean, I get it. You're like a stock Maxi maximalist for a certain sector, like Nvidia. Screw AMD, screw Intel, they're nothing, man. Screw Xilinx. Screw microchips, dude. Nvidia Kings, okay, I get that. But how can you be like, wait, is it Boeing maximalist for like, hey man, it is the best aerospace and defense stock that exists, man. I guess. But anyway, hey, look. Just like everything else, it had a reflexive rally from its high to low. Its crash went up 38%. Almost got to a 50%, right? Almost hit Dow's theory at 198.60. Got as high as 186 or so. Before it reversed the downside. Has filled gaps. There's still another gap down there. It looks like around 105.71. But sliding. And guess what? Hidden bearish divergence we've been talking about. There you go, man. The hidden bearish divergence playing out. Gross. I'm about done with this stuff, man. Sorry, Boeing. So, You just gotta wonder, it's been bailed out, right? It's getting bailed out. It's gone to lows you hadn't seen in March 13th. Hey, you want to talk about real life Wyckoff distribution? Look no further and on the daily and weekly, no doubt. This is Wyckoff distribution, real life, real talk. Also can say, very much so, complex head and shoulders pattern, 100%. Or if you want to go the Bulkowski route, you could say this is a bearish diamond reversal pattern. All valid arguments using technical analysis. Get wrecked, Boeing. What's up, John Green? Jimmy Savelle sent me tips, huh? Is that some sort of gross name, like a debating name? Is it the most bailed out, dude? I don't know, Tony. Can one look at gold? Certainly. One can look at the 6,000 year plus currency. Successful track record currency, right? And only started getting traded by the free market in 1971. We got off that gold standard. I don't know, no structure. No structure, man. Just up, down, up, down. So you got gold here, man. That's double bottom. Never quite hit the measure move, but it's not over yet. You made a deep retrace from this high to low, right? You ran up, hit that 786 or close to it, and you sold off mildly. Not bad. You kind of went over and matched this low from February of this year. And so someone with a open mind, which I don't know, man, it's kind of reaching a little bit. Someone with an open mind and an open heart would say, hey, man, this could be some sort of potential inverse head and shoulders pattern on gold, which you got to have the equity markets, man, just not crash anymore for this to play out, right? Because you got like, maybe it's ugly as F. It's not textbook. It's weird. And I'm saying you have to have an open heart and an open mind to think this is some sort of bullish pattern, okay? It's just kind of weird looking. Okay, so like just playing devil's advocate, just saying, hey, we might be able to identify something weird going on. You made the lows here, you're now making higher lows, that's real, but you can see there's a geometrical resistance here. It's down sloping, a supply line. Well, let's see what happens if we can break that. Although what happened is you'd be testing 1643, and you go to test 1704. So whatever, man. Okay, we're just thinking outside the box. Just a little bit. So the trade setup went wonderful, but just was a little off that main target, the 100% measured move of the confirmed double bottom. I don't know what that even means, Jason Long. What the heck, man? I don't speak British, okay? She was about the Chad friendly chat. It sounds awful. It sounds real bad, okay? I don't even want to explore what y'all are talking about. So there you go, Born to Feel. That was for you, man. Looks like we're getting one message per minute. 24 minutes, man. Just trying to run out the clock so we can get that daily candle close. This is the second stream of the day. And we got 762 here. Thank you all for being here. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, that bell, that sub. We're at 363 likes, but we could certainly get 500 likes. Easy. What kind of incentive package could I provide y'all? You freaking sandbagging like people. I know you're all out there just like waiting. I'm saving my like until he does an ultimatum type thing. I figured y'all out. I just don't really know what to do. Kind of unoriginal being like, oh, drink a beer, man. See, Iconopone's over there laughing. He knows what's going on, man. Y'all are up to something. So we got the good old Wyckoff chat. Be careful. Understand this is a potential shorting opportunity area. If you want to short the top of that Wyckoff distribution, real life, unfortunately, you don't have an edge. You would only be trading the Wyckoff distribution schematic, whatever. You guys can't understand that a bloke like Jimmy could ever be anything else. They have a poke now, we look back. Okay, I don't know, I'm saying with a southern accent, I don't know why. Jeez. Cod Connect Marlin. Nice. Look out! Sierra Nevada. Hazy little thing. Hey, I was drinking hazy IPA. I might get that again. It was really good from Elysium or whatever. My back's finally like recovering now. You know, like pulled it muscles. They're saving their likes for marriage. That's right, Neil. Pretty much. Consider streaming Rust on TTV. Nah, dude, never playing Rust. Dude, once they got rid of caves, those were my last days, man. I was a cave Gosu cave builder, double stacking walls. Had it down to like Heisenberg level of cave building, man. I'm telling you, dude. 200 Ale is very good too. That Michigan brewing company, I think, right? Can't remember the name of it. Dude, there's so many beers out there that I've never had and I'll never drink, and you know, you can recommend them, but like, you know where I am, and you know where I live, like ABC, which state run, of course. Like, there are many beers that just aren't allowed to be sold here. Like, it's not legal. I don't get that. I think it has something to do with compliance. I don't know. But someone was it the RAR? Is like that California race car beer or something? Y'all remember that? We had a fiasco with it. I tried to find it. I called up Pop City and they said, no, we're not allowed to sell that here. But they're not even allowed to bring it here. Oh, it's Bell's. That's right. It's not too farted. Yeah, Jalali or whatever. It's good. I've had that before. Very good beer. Do I like Belgian beer? I think. It is kind of probably like Utah, Conrad. Look, man, I'm not saying you can mail me beer. That's it. I'm not saying you can mail me beer because it's not legal here. That's it. Anyway. Motor oil, yeah. I love that beer, man. High octane ale. Racer 5 beer? That's what it is, dude. That's the one. That's like the forbidden fruit where I live. Not legal for distributors to sell. Yeah, US oil. We can look at the actual spot instead of futures, which are like close to the same thing, I guess. Yeah, had a major run, and we know, someone is rush pabs earlier. The 4-hour triple MACD bullish divergence, and RSI bullish divergence, and look, he blasted off. Hey, Toro's Crypto, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's my backup platform. The link is in the description below. Check it out, man. Trying to get those numbers up so I can impress some booby streamers, okay? We have too much fun here. And look at the bullish engulfing candle too. You know, whatever. This was an engulfing candle too, and it got devastated. But yeah, it was starting to look kind of like the RSI on the S&P and Dow Jones before they rallied. They broke to the upside, right? We were finally just starting to show that every time you were making lows and lower lows, the intensity of the selling. All right, it was disgusting, like the first real time down, right? The second time, still pretty rough, but not as bad. But then the third time, not near as bad. And it wasn't near as bad as of a sell-off, and you had higher levels of relative strength. You could have argued that this is some sort of shortening of the thrust stuff, which is what happens at the tail end before a huge moves to the upside or downside, depending on which way you're looking at it. So yeah, good on Rush. He was here earlier. I don't know if he's still around, but low, lower low, slightly lower low than this low, but much higher levels of relative strength. And you're oversold. That's what we're looking for. But man, it's freaking oil, and you weren't at, I don't think, any kind of support. I think you had fallen below it, and the next target was 17 bucks. But yeah, exhaustion set in, and you were off. But look, 2604, 2016. Yeah, 2016 levels, you ran up, hit it, and rejected it, and regarded it as resistance for now. Yeah, liquor stores are essential business because there would be riots, right? You cannot deny people their alcohol. It's so ingrained in humans. It's so weird, isn't it? Alcohol. Like you won't be, we tried it, man.
Bruh.
16 minutes chat. 67.88. Wooden up thrust today. Bitcoin, the talk of the town. Hit a 50% retrace of the Jesus. And guess what, chat? If you look at Bitcoin in log scale and use Fibonacci, understand what we did. We hit the golden retrace. Interesting. 618 and 50%. And now you got the matured Wyckoff. We're ending phase C, about to potentially be going into phase D. We're on to something, chat. It could be time. You can't deny people cigarettes either. Oh yeah, it's way more. It's like the most addictive thing ever, right? Sylvia, what were you? What was so funny? What did I say? I watched Goodfellas last night, so it's like, I was laughing so hard. You're a funny guy. Funny like how? How am I funny? Like a clown? Like I amuse you? It had been a while, so. Oh, the booby streamers, gotcha. Yeah, trying to impress them. Because they're probably the only ones that get what I do. You know, females, right? Okay. I don't know, we haven't looked at this crap in a long time. And it's aged like milk. Like it broke. It was consolidating and broke out. Well, it dumped and then rallied and then tried to get back above the historical support resistances. It was really, you know, support, and it became resistance. Hey, it was crazy. Price action correlation. You gotta love this, dude. Look, zoom in. Okay, you saw, I don't know, I haven't looked at this forever, but I plotted it here. Look at the price action. You ran up, you up thrusted through it, and then you back tested it. Do you see that, right? Gorgeous price action. That is what you do, and that's like where people take shorts, right? It's their last opportunity to take a good short there, and then you dumped. And now we're in Heck, you're at 20.97 cents. I think the last time we looked at it was over $2. Like, not even kidding. We were like in this consolidation. Wow. Terrible, dude. What is MedMen? Is this marijuana? Pharmaceuticals, other. Probably. So yeah, you probably just plot a cute little channel or something. I don't know, man. What do you want from me here? Can you even do Fibonacci? Probably not. I mean, you could probably do from this low to this high. Let's just have fun for a sec. Low to high. Good God, man. You are below the 1.4 fib extension, which was 50 cents. Oh my God, 50.89 cents XRP, peoples. So not really helpful. You know, there's no 1618. That's minus 50 cents. So what can we do here? Try to draw a channel. Try, man. I'm gonna try. Maybe we'll look at this in log scale. Exponential losses. Good Lord. Huh. No, I don't think that would work. Good God. This is all I can do, man, I think. Yeah, you could anchor 1 and now 2 and say it's a falling wedge, but there's gonna be too much white space. Bull crap, right? It's that's your supply line, the 3 touches on the top. You ever break that, that might be the geometrical breakout, but dude, this is terrible. Terrible. Do I see an edge? I do not see an edge at all. What the heck, man? No edge. No bullish divergence. This is the 4-hour anyways. I'm good at daily. Shoot, man, you blow up 2618. Yeah, no divergence on the daily either. Get this out of here, man. Midman. You got Sylvia works for Aurora Cannabis? Because it's like that everywhere. All the charts look like that. What's up, Ryan G? Oh, I'm glad you get some value out of it, man. That's the whole point, dude, right? Like, I think technical analysis, trading, all that, the barrier to entry has always been the education, right? I don't know what else is out there, man. I'm sure there's tons of educational stuff, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to the best of my ability, you know, to explain it in a way that maybe you might be able to understand it, right? That's right. Patreon party tonight. Yes, for yes. Yes.
Do you have anything planned for 1000th EP, Lord?
Bruh.
Raptor J, thanks for 1337. Holy crap, the Neo in the jar. Besides graphics, not really. And what can I do? It's like lockdown. And even if it's not lockdown, like confirmed where I live, I mean, no one is going out. No one is doing anything. I could go to the state park again, man. Try to stream from the actual Eagle's Nest at the top of Oak Mountain. I could try to do that. But that wouldn't be episode 1000. I wouldn't want to do a mobile episode 1000, okay? So, I mean, I think graphics-wise, we got a few things. Wayne Batson, I know you're there, dude. Something to think about. Episode 1000. Maybe we do it in the spaceship, man. Instead of here, it's raining. Let's get out of here. Let's go to space, where there is no coronavirus. Party in my house. Yeah, let me invite everyone over, dude. There's probably no one in the state that I live watching right now. If you're in the state I'm in right now and you're watching, say something. Say, I am in the state of blah right now. Planet Namek noise. Oh my god. Before it explodes. Spoiler. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Abbott. Oh my god, Randy, dude. He's asking my dude, my grandma called me about Abbott. I swear to God. She called me, dude. And I even looked at it on the phone and talked about it and tried to be not too difficult on it. And she was asking, should she buy here? And I'm like, Grandma, please understand. It was up like 7+%. It was up like 15% at one point in the day. My grandma. It's already up. She's like, but it should be up much higher. I'm like, it's up a lot. It's up. It gapped up. But please understand, high to low, you are at a deep retrace. And this is normally where you get sell-offs and stuff. So, you know, she could have bought there and probably be close to even. She'd been losing. But look at the gap down. So it's like no value here. You know, this company has like 2-minute patented coronavirus tests now or something. It's like instant. So maybe you could end up making an inverse head and shoulders or something. It come down to 74.13. You know, slide around, and there might be an opportunity to add an alert right here, and we could get ourselves a crazy looking inverse head and shoulders or something. I don't know, just to at least be entertained because Grandma called me. All right. And now we have our first time requester, Randy DeFour, who also is asking. Yeah, a C19 test. 5 minutes, yeah. Milka's in Georgia, Davis in Tennessee. Auburners in Auburn, I'm sure. Caldwell's in the state of anxiety. Sorry, dude. That's not part of the union. Get wrecked. Too much, man. What a stream so far. Y'all making it too fun. Amazing. Oh, you're 45 minutes from Oak Mountain. Let's go, dude. Oak Mountain's out my window. Like, it's my view of my office. It's gorgeous. All right, future started to slide a little bit. Not much, man. You're down 0.55%.
Is that a joint?
Please say with us, Portugal Caralho is an expression that we use to express pride on our country smile.
I'm gonna definitely look that up real quick, okay? I'm not gonna get debated. I've been debated too many times. One time is too many. He was trying to debate me, chat. He was trying to debate me. Google what that word is, okay? All of you, Google it. Don't repeat it, but Google it and start snickering. Nice try, Anon. Real nice try. Yeah, that's what I thought, dude. This is you about now. Unbelievable. Oh, man. Ah. Brandon, you're in Ottawa. I can't believe you've done this, man. Unforgivable. So, okay, Auburner is the only person where I'm at in the same state. All right. Strange activity on Bitcoin, Mostrummer says. Well, man, 68.21. You got 5 minutes to go. Will we rise? Thanks for the 800 people plus here. You want to stay here because we got, again, less than 5 minutes till your daily close, which is very important. And we are seriously at the precipice of an enormous crossroad. All right. Where it's either Wyckoff distribution or Kang's. Wait, wrong chart. Let's go to this one. This could be the first confirmation close above 68.19. ever since March 20th. Yeah, I know it wasn't you, John. I certainly know it was not you. And alarms went off because I don't think you've ever tipped in fiat. It's always the crypto. And why would you tip as Anon instead of like, some other random celebrity, right?
Is that a joint?
Is that a dart in your neck?
What the heck, man, Ben? I thought you already were a patron. What the heck's going on? I'm in the chat. Is that olds? I think that might be an old one. These are old. Why are these coming up? Moss Drummer, what's going on, man? I'm in the chat. Let's go. But dude, we already did this. Might have to refresh the catch. It's starting to bug out. So we got 167 patron strong chat. 3 minutes. Why is this happening? Dude. Let me refresh the alert box. Alright, refresh and catch. We should be good now. Super buggy. Dude, I'm saying that alert box is so buggy about Patreon and it's syncing that it's like 1 month it won't do anything. And then like 2 weeks into the month, it'll play everything. This month, all the patrons started playing on like March 31st. It was so weird. It's a sun. Is that a dart in my neck? I like it, but you crazy, man. All right.
I like it, but you crazy, man.
It was me. Search the entire expression. Caralho here is used in an innocent way, my dude. Portuguese is a tricky language. You can say bad words in an innocent way and good ones with a dirty way. DF.
Is that a joint?
All right, Vegeta. Well, we need John Afonso to back that up. Is that real life, John? Tell me true. 6813. We got it. Less than 2 minutes, chat. He said it's true, but is what he's saying about actually that real life? Is this real life? I don't even know anymore. Wes, is this real life? It is real life. I'm in the chat. Let's go.
Is that a joint?
Okay, that was a real one. The 168 patron chat. We're 2 away from 170. We got less than 2 minutes till your daily close, and you're just right there on the edge, on the cusp. John, it's true, but I mean, like, how could that be endearing and happy and good and not profane and bad, right? I just don't know in what universe that isn't a pure debating attempt. Vegeta man. Push it real good. See? Why is it doing it twice now? Wes, are you... It makes no sense why it's doing it twice now. We need to get Jakku on this, even though it's not his. Be like, Jakku, this is broken. Can you fix this for us? Thanks. I would never say that, man. 20-second chat. Here we are. We're going to scale in like crazy. As you can see. 10, 9, 8. You get it. Sorry, chat. Do not pass go. Do not collect $7,400. Wyckoff distribution. There it is. It is done. It is forged in stone. Another failed breakout. Another scam wick above 6,800. You gotta be kidding me.
Look here. Look, listen.
Airing up line does not effing stop it. So this is a shorting opportunity for ye. It really is. Because this is the top. That is the true top. That's the up thrust. That's phase C. We should now probably be working on phase D. It's possible, man. I don't know. Nice fail, though. Nice. Breaking gross. Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, the new day, man. We did it. We did it, man. Okay. Sorry, because that's normally I'll do that when the new day starts. Hello? So that's Bitcoin. Here, features. Down 0.43%. Dow Jones down 0.30% on the S&P. Oil down 3.24%. But came off an insane day. Really. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's as kind of sad as it can get, really. Just up thrusting for the third time, failing. Extreme amounts of, I mean, that's the pain for people short, right? Yeah, short killer, long killer right there, that wick. That was the killer of all. It was the wipeout, it was the reset. What's up, Studio Dark? Good to see you, man. Just hanging out, dudes. I've been live now for 2 hours. So that is, if you combine this morning stream and this afternoon stream, that is 6 hours of live streaming on the day. It might be 6 hours, 30 minutes. That's, you know, that's a lot of time to stream, you know. And I'm coming back tonight for at least another hour or two for the Patreon pregame or Patreon night. So where to now, Zach, man? If that was truly it, I mean, you can crap around this area for a while, but you see this, right? Wyckoff. We just completed the upthrust, the failed attempt for the third time. And now this should be going on where you can go up, break above it, below it, you know, crap around for a while. But eventually, after crapping around for a while, we should enter phase D if it's to play out, which nothing's certain. But once we start selling off after making this higher for the last time, third time, phase D is last point of supply where we sell off on higher volume, or not. It doesn't have to be like a crap load, but it would be a certain amount of volume. And then when you do have these scrub rallies on the way down, they're lower. Even if the volume's low on the sell-off, it should be even lower, right? And then you do that several times or more, and then eventually you'd break the support line and then dump. Okay. Congratulations, Joe. Don't rub it in, man. It was an April Fool's pump. Yeah, Renee, it certainly was. It was like, yeah, we're going to do it just like last year. And we even were watching it and being like, it was the third time. It's identical to last year's pump in terms of the pattern and the price action. But look, instead of last year where it just kept going, never stopped. And we were partying, listening to Grateful Dead. We were drinking. It was a freaking party, man. Oh my God. The best of times, the worst of times. Phase E would be you break this support eventually, and then you come down to test these lows, 5K, 4,400. You know how it is, and that's where we're getting that daily bullish divergence that we so covet. Phase depression, not if you identify it and take heed of it. The age of wisdom, the age of foolishness, the age of education, the age of affiliate marketing, S-coin shilling, right? Yes, this is the age we are in. And David, the good news for you is that Bitcoin truly is at the height. It's waiting on positive Momo. You can say it's technically bearish convergence, but it's so close to just double topping on the histogram that it's arguable that you could say this is class C bearish divergence, which is just a form of stagnation.
I made a public MIT licensed GitHub repository for thoughts on solving COVID-19. See github.com/RudySolutions/COVID-19. Feel free to contribute.
Is that a joint?
Well, Daniel, thanks to the 420, and despite how noble the cause is, we don't really allow, like, you know, that stuff, because you could easily just be a scammer trying to fish to get people to go get wrecked by your link. And it's not personal, man. And we know, but guess what, dude? You know how many scammers have come out of COVID trying to prey on people's good intentions? So sorry, dude. We can't push that. I'm sorry, man. Nah, you're good, dude. You're good. It's just bad people ruin it for everybody. They do. No, you probably, it seems like you are helping if you're not a scammer that's doing what scammers are doing now, which they're actually preying on people, using COVID as an excuse to screw people. So thank you for the work you do if you really aren't scamming people, but you got to understand the circumstances why we can't be like, okay, yeah, go here and do that, because, yeah, I don't want the community to get wrecked. That's why I don't ever accept sponsorships from anyone. You know, that's why I don't push crap. I push TA. I push respect in the TA. That's about it, man. Investing in yourself. That's what I push. Are you talking, hopefully, Daniel, when you called effing idiots when you said that, hopefully you were talking about the scammers and not us for just being cautious and, right? Still waiting on Microsoft to airdrop you that Bitcoin, Magnet Man? Well, you might be waiting a while, dude. Still at 6,800. You're still not dead yet. But we've kind of possibly found what's going on. Would love for us Bitcoin to pump to 1 million in 5 seconds. That would be the dream. But you gotta stay a little bit on the cautious side here because of that scam Wick. And again, every single time, dude, say we go up and we break 68.19. You know how many times we've done it now? We've broken above it, and then by the end of the 4-hour candle, you're below it again. Every time. So congratulations on Bitcoin breaking 6,800 again. This time. Is this time different, man, than the rest? Could be. But if it is, we sure as heck better be waiting for candle close confirmation. We're in the age of the everything scam. Yeah, everything's scamming, dude. TA on the COVID chart is always going to be meh because it's always a day behind the data on TradingView. But what we can do right now together, over 1 million viruses confirmed globally, worldwide. Let's refresh it together. 1,013,000 and climbing, man. 52,863 deaths. That's rough, man. That's real rough. What am I, Bahama bound? I don't know, man. Didn't have any plans on it. All right, so Bitcoin 68.21. You're back. You're above the historical resistance right now. But you got to understand we gotta wait 3 hours and 49 minutes for candle close confirmation. I'd be like more optimistic to say, all right, man, maybe this time, but you just aren't. Good news is I'll be live again before the end of this candle close, so I know I need to get some dinner before the chug stream begins. Yep. So I think hopefully being live 2 hours and 9 minutes, you've gained some value out of my stream today, our stream, whatever, you know, it's community. Hopefully you've become more learned. Hopefully just gained clarity on the situation with Bitcoin, what we're doing, what situation we could be developing with that Wyckoff distribution phase C. So just be cognizant of that. And I will just be back tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to see more of me, which I don't know how, if you do, I will be here with all the patrons. We'll be hanging out, drinking beers. They're going to be trying to get me wrecked, I guess. So thanks so much for the likes, the love, support, the contributions, everything. Y'all are incredible. I'm just, every day, I feel like I'm dreaming. This is the best community. And just like, what did I do in life to deserve such a good community, man? Dang. So I'll be back at 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. So until then, respect the TA.
Then, just like that,
Bitcoin going to zero.
Adios, turd nuggets.